Howdy folks, welcome to another video. This one's going to be a little short. I just wanted to cover kind of the advancements and progress I've been making on adding like kind of robust, cool AI to Flow. So it's going to be pretty short. I did end up using state trees in Unreal Engine 5.5, and so if you guys want a tutorial on how to use those, I'd be happy to oblige. I found it was kind of lacking in the department of documentation or proper information on how to use them, but once I figured it out, it's like really cool because you can like leverage a bunch of different philosophies for building AI, like utility AI, event driven, and or just the conditional, and merge them all together in like this really cool tree. But yeah, without much ado, let's get right into it. So this is kind of what the state tree looks like. As I said, I'm not going to go into too many details, but you can see it here. It looks very similar to behavior trees in some aspects with kind of like conditionals. So you can see the ifs here. And then there's other ones where it's basically just event driven. So for example, with this one, the condition that's required to enter is actually an event that gets sent out through a gameplay tag to the actual AI controller itself. It's pretty cool. I'm sure there are ways to do this in behavior trees, but this is just like a lot more natively supported. You also don't end up having to use a blackboard because you can just add parameters, and it allows you to configure your AI in different ways, and I'll show what that means in a second too. So let me actually just do a little hacky trick here and drop these guys below the floor. What that'll just do is we'll only see the skeletons, and you can kind of see how their AI functions, right? Where they're all circling at a further range, and they step in pretty close to attack, and they use sword, obviously. What's cool about the configurability here is I could kind of go into the AI controller, right? And I could say, instead of attacking from 150 range, start your attack at 400. So they'll basically move in from 500 to 400 and then lunge forward. And I could even make them attack more frequently, right? By raising this. And now you should see them just attack a lot more frequently and start off at a much further range. So this looks a little goofy because I haven't set up their animations to look good when warping from that far of a distance. But you can see now they're attacking from a much further distance, and they're attacking a lot more frequently, right? Like a lot more of them attack at the same time. The orchestration part was also very cool. That's like a completely custom system I've built out that allows for them all to attack at once, or kind of like take a little bit of a break between their attacks, which basically means that they're never like unfairly attacking you, right? I think it worked out pretty good. Like it's actually pretty fun to play and cool. And so now, next thing I want to do is just kind of show. So the zombies, for example, are different from the skeletons, not just in their looks, but also in kind of like how their behavior functions. It's like I would consider like almost parallel. Let's see how that looks in practice, right? So you could see the zombies are already circling closer. They form concentric circles with the skeletons being further away, but then stepping in closer to attack, and the zombies being closer, but stepping in less to attack. They haven't really attacked yet, but you just saw one attack there. And so it's pretty cool because essentially they end up orchestrating themselves as best as you possibly could using just like kind of like server-side logic. But it looks pretty good where you still get your chance to attack and stuff, and it doesn't feel too unfair, and it makes for pretty cool looking combat. Still need to add kind of like parries or perfect dodges. I haven't really completely figured out the direction I want to go there because I want the game to feel simpler, but the combat looks pretty good. And then I also got the physics assets on the skeletons to work well, so that they actually fall apart. You saw there. That's pretty good. Obviously, I still need to make them release the sword when they die, because it looks a little goofy, sort of just flipping around there and clipping. But looks pretty good. Combat feels fantastic so far. I'm excited for you guys to be able to get your hands on it whenever I do eventually release it. I'm letting this one cook slowly because I don't want to end up rushing it and making some decisions that end up haunting me later on in the development cycle. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover for this video. Let me know if you guys are interested in like a tutorial on how to do some of these things, like the server-side orchestration for the AI or stuff like that. A lot of work went into this. It doesn't end up showing. It's not the flashiest video, so I understand. But yeah, it'd be cool. Also leave comments on kind of like what kind of AI you want to see next added to this game, or any cool ideas you have. And I'll see you guys in the next one.